I think I want to say by way of introduction that really I don't see this as the World Money Fair, because money is what is happening here in the exchanges, in the purchase and sale. But what is being sold is not money. What is being sold is elements of the culture of humanity from across nations and across history. And this is why it has value, and this is why the people who preserve it value it, and it gains value. And of course, it is a very important thing because money has become, in terms of coins and paper money, something more than just a payments method. It has become something which has in it what matters to the people of that, or something that has been important for all of us collectively. I come from a small nation, but not the smallest. We are a place with a territory of 7 square kilometers and a population of 30,000 people. But we're bigger than Monaco. I always like Monaco because it's the only place I can say that we are bigger than they are. And of course, our history of being populated is something that goes back to the Neanderthals, and the Neanderthal site is now a World Heritage Site. The Neanderthals lived there longer than anywhere else, and indeed the Neanderthal is misnamed because the first skull was discovered in Gibraltar before it was discovered in the Neanderthal Valley. It was not identified, otherwise the Neanderthals would be Gibraltarians instead of being Neanderthals. In terms of what we've done with our currency and how it reflects in our history, what we've had a situation which perhaps is unique in terms of the currency of the British Empire in Victorian times, that there was a period in Gibraltar where there was the effigy of Her Majesty Queen Victoria on one side of the coin and the currency of Spain on the other. And I think this is the only coin of Queen Victoria, or indeed any other UK monarch, that has a coin that is not the coin of not the currency of the United Kingdom. That was, in fact, in something that was stopped in 1898, and the UK then replaced these Victorian Spanish currency coins with the coins of the UK. And the coins of the UK continued to be the legal tender of Gibraltar for 90 years, until 1988, when I was Chief Minister and I changed the coins of the UK to the coins of Gibraltar, which started the collection of coins of our own country and started the process of producing coins which reflected our history and the things that have happened to our people which are important to us. So we've had a situation where the coins were introduced for the first time in 1988 as legal tender, as opposed to the money of the United Kingdom, and in the paper money, it was in 1927 that it replaced UK paper money with the Gibraltar pound. This, the coins and the pound, the currency, is of course pegged 100% to UK sterling. And that is where we are, and what we see in our coinage, like we see in all the coinage in all our soul, is what we're telling the rest of the planet about us. And by coming here and looking at the stalls, what one learns is about every other part of the global community, of the family of the human beings, and how they've evolved, and what is important to them, and indeed what is important in the case of Europe to all of us, because all of us are the descendants. Our civilization was born in the ancient classical Greek city-states and in the Roman Empire. We are the descendants of those two, and although Greek coins and Italian coins have got a greater right to that, we all have a part in that civilization which has brought us to where we are today. So this year, we are emphasizing certain important aspects, and the coins that we are showcasing this year show the latest developments of the year. And in particular, we've got, for the first time, a £1 coin, which is 12-sided. It follows what was done in the UK, but this is our first 12-sided coin, and that 12-sided coin is included in a pack that we've got as a commemorative pack, which is available here in our stall, and there are only 300 of those coins with a special mark on the face where His Majesty the King is, and that mark is unique and only for those 300. And that is why the pack has got a higher value, because although a coin like that will still be in circulation, there will be that difference. So it becomes a collector's item. We've also got something in our coinage that shows that on occasions we have the crest of Gibraltar instead of the effigy of His Majesty, the King of Gibraltar. We actually share the head of state with the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom only has responsibility for our defense and for our external affairs. And there's a logic to that. We will not be able, 32,000 people would not be able to defend our territory. And of course, if we had to have embassies everywhere in the world, the place would be depopulated. So, you know, there is a logic to having the defense and the foreign affairs in the hands of the United Kingdom, but we've got a fully independent parliament which passes all the legislation. I've been a member of that parliament now for 53 years consecutively. I was the chief minister for 8 years between 1988 and 1996, and I've been the Minister for Economic Development now since 2011, and I've been responsible for the Mint, which was created by me in 2017. So when we see that there is a crest, there is a reason for the crest. And the reason for the crest is that our monarchs, beloved Queen Elizabeth, that we miss so much, and her son, Prince Charles, now King Charles, are not too happy to compete with some other person on the coin. So if we're going to have Elvis on one side of the coin, we cannot have His Majesty the King on the other side. We have to have the crest of Gibraltar. So that is the logic of why there are coins with crest. There are coins with crest when they're unhappy about what we're putting on the other side. The fact that Elvis has not got a direct connection with Gibraltar shows that, in fact, you are not limited to sharing your own culture only. You're also able to reflect the culture of the family, which is humanity, and we often carry on our coins things that we know that people would want to collect. And therefore, you know, it's always a pleasure to be here. It's always a pleasure to be invited to talk, and it's always a pleasure to learn more about the money show here in Berlin.